What's up, YouTube Nation, and welcome to D. Holloway's Midlife Takeover, where it's never too late to pursue your freedom. If you're watching my video, I want to thank you for the investment of your time, and hopefully I give you a great reason in return for future videos as I document my journey to live my life on my own terms and time, and hopefully inspire you to do the same because you absolutely deserve it. All right, so I'm absolutely excited to get into this video. So I recently did my net worth tracker update. This is where I review my net worth statement and I update it to current day. For those who don't know what a net worth statement is, it's simply a statement of your assets, which could be your real estate, your stocks, your bonds, your crypto, cash, or basically anything of value that you own. And it's minus your liabilities, which could be home loans, car notes, student loans, and credit card balances if you don't pay off your credit card balances every month. So you take those two numbers, your assets minus your liabilities, it leaves you with a number. That number could be a positive number. It could be a negative number. That just depends on how you have been handling your business in terms of investing or spending. So this number is your net worth. It's your estimated net worth. You can think of it as a report card of how well you're doing in terms of building wealth based on your goals. So I finished this exercise of calculating my net worth. And what I found out is that my net worth had reached $2.5 million as of September of this year. So what I wanted to do was take an additional step further this time. I know what my goals are, but I wanted to look up and see, where does this put me amongst the U.S. population? Here's what I found out. I did not know that a net worth of $1 million puts you in the top 5% of the U.S. population. Think about that. If you have $1 million, you're doing better than 95% of the U.S. population in terms of building wealth. And I wasn't even aware that a net worth of $2.5 million puts you in the top 2% of the U.S. population, which is crazy to me because I would have assumed that the top 2% was reserved for people with a net worth of $10 million or more. But a $10 million net worth actually puts you in the top 1% of the U.S. population. So that got me to thinking. When I was a kid, I never really imagined being a millionaire or what it meant or what it would feel like personally, because I grew up poor in the country and my sights were just on having some transportation, being able to have multiple pairs of name brand shoes, and being able to eat fast food when I wanted. Your boy was big city dreaming, I'm telling you. Now that I've reached this so-called millionaire status as an adult, I realized that there are a lot of myths out there about being a millionaire in my personal experience in today's world. But before I get into my top 5 myths about millionaires, check out this public service announcement. If you've been thinking about breaking out of the matrix and pursuing life on your own terms and your own time, and you find this journey interesting, consider subscribing to my channel where we're going to share a ton of life lessons, financial lessons, and how this all intersects with our family and our relationships and so forth. Also, if you take something valuable away from this video, please hit that like button and share this video with your friends and your family. Also, hit that post notification bell so that you know when we drop a new video. Now back to the video. So myth number 5, you have to be born into being a millionaire or your family has to give you a bunch of money to give you a head start. I repeat, I grew up poor. My parents gave me great work ethic, taught me the difference between right and wrong. They gave me structure, how to budget, how to take care of myself. 6 brothers and sisters, which I appreciate and love, but they did not give me money or financial education. They also gave me 3 choices. You can go to the military, you can go to college, or you can get a job. By the way, go figure it out on your own. You absolutely do not have to come from money to reach $1 million net worth. I would venture to say that if you got the work ethic, can choose right from wrong, meaning that you're not going to go take a shortcut like being a drug dealer or anything like that. And you can combine that with financial education, you can make it happen way sooner than I did. Myth number 4 is that you have to graduate from a prestigious private college or be an A student. I'm not saying that going to a prestigious college and being an A student doesn't have its own benefits. I'm just saying that it's not the only route to becoming a millionaire. I went to a public state college. I was a C student. I was on academic probation a couple of times before I decided to get it together. I was just living life versus studying, obviously. I was sold that C's still get degrees. As you move forward in your career, you will quickly learn that your degree means less and less for the majority of people. I'm telling you, your track record, the results you produce, your sales skills, your negotiation skills will be the major factor in you earning more and more money from your job. I would even go so far to say that I personally would rather be the business major with an associate's degree with top level sales and negotiation skills than a business major with a 4-year degree from a prestigious university with horrible sales and negotiation skills. Myth number 3 is that you don't have struggles, stress, or problems. The life of a millionaire is easy. You're still going to have relationship struggles, parenting issues, problems with coworkers, problems with bosses, problems that every other person has. The people at the local Golden Chick drive-thru still go treat you like dirt and act like you irritating them for ordering food. You get all the problems of the world that everybody else gets. Millionaires are not even immune from financial stress. Every remodeling project that I work on, it doesn't go 100% as planned. Sometimes you take hits. Also, it's never fun when a tax man tells you that you owe an additional $20,000, even though you've been paying them all year. For most responsible millionaires, I will say this. Other than relief from life's routine stresses constantly beating you down, you're not worried about stuff like gas money, lights getting cut off, food. Other than that, millionaires aren't exempt from much else. So don't think that becoming a millionaire is the cure-all and that you're going to be sitting around writing beautiful poetry every day. Myth number 2, millionaires take stupid risks to build their wealth and they just get lucky. Like I said, I've been able to build a net worth of about $2.5 million, and I honestly did it in the laziest way possible in my personal opinion. I largely did this work over about 10 to 12 year period, and I'm not a crypto expert. I didn't pick any individual stocks that skyrocketed. I don't own a large business, and I was an employee just like most people. I basically did it with simple investing and not trying to keep up with what other people around me were doing, like buying the 4,000 square foot houses, the new SUVs, Corvettes, and slingshots. I took advantage of my employer's 401k plan by getting a matching contribution. I didn't even max out my 401k. I invested in low cost index funds, tracking to the S&P 500, and I bought real estate during the downturn after 2008, not even knowing or really thinking about the opportunity that was in front of me because I was so new to buying real estate. I'd only bought one house in my entire life, and I had to buy a book to learn how to buy it. But I bought those rental properties for $50K, $60K, $70K, and I held on to them and I still own them. And today I see those properties being flipped for 4 and 5 times the amount I paid. So not to mention the rents have steadily been climbing over the years. So the point here is that investing in your 401k, saving money, buying income producing and equity building real estate, and most importantly, not trying to keep up with the Joneses. This stuff is not rocket science. Anybody with a pulse and not still riding the short bus can learn to do this. If you're still riding the short bus, I give you a pass. Drum roll, please, for my biggest myth about being a millionaire, and that is that you rich and you balling. That's a lie. I hate to break it to you, but $1 million today is not the same as $1 million 30 years ago. And it damn sure doesn't mean that you have $1 million of cash sitting around to flash on IG. A millionaire today has to have a net worth of $2.1 million just to equal that of a millionaire individual 30 years ago. And this is due to inflation. I'll give you a simple example. So the national average gasoline price per gallon was $1.11 30 years ago. Today, the national average is $3.59 per gallon. And it ain't like it's rocket fuel gas right now. It's the same old gas that my dad was putting in his Ford LTD. All right, so I'm in Texas. So I see a lot of pickup trucks. Did you know, according to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics, that prices for new trucks are 40.5% higher in 2023 versus 30 years ago? So, in other words, that loaded Silverado or F-150 truck costing $30,000 in 1993, today is going to cost you $42,000 for an equivalent purchase. Now, that's a $12,000 difference. Maybe if you didn't have to pay that extra $12K, you could get your bag of ones, go to the strip club in your new designer outfit, post it on IG. I'm just saying. Personally, I'm not a strip club dude, and I don't drive a fancy new car. I don't wear the latest designer clothing, and I don't live in the most expensive house in the most exclusive neighborhood in the city. Do I enjoy some things? Sure. But it's not like what you see on social media with people just being over the top. Now, what can I do? I can put myself in a position to pursue life on my own terms and my own time without having to worry about finances, because I wasn't doing all that crazy nonsense. I was stacking bread so that I could pursue my freedom. All right. So that's the difference. And besides, 82% of people in the US don't even make $100,000 a year. So they need to stop lying like everybody balling on social media. So there you have it. These are my top 5 myths of being a so-called millionaire. Hopefully you take away this point that being a millionaire is not rocket science. I'm living proof that you don't have to be special. All you have to be is intentional with the money that you're making, which we're going to dive into in a later video. So with that being said, drop me a comment if you have a different top 5, or if you'd like to replace something in my top 5. I would love to hear from you, hear what you got to say. Until then, take care, be safe.